Saludos and salutations, Broncos country, and welcome back into another exciting episode of Broncos Talk. Ladies and gentlemen, we have got an exciting show for you tonight. Libre and I were just talking backstage, and we could not contain any more of our excitement before we went live, not just here on YouTube, but on the Tickety Talks as well, about the Broncos offense. I know we've talked about it before, but would you still believe that there are a lot of people still to this day, to this moment, to this second in time, still doubting this Broncos offense? So, ladies and gentlemen, we are going to get down to the nitty-gritty and talk about everything about it, the haters, the lovers, and everything in between. So please make sure that your food is cold, that your beer is warm, and that you're comfortable as hell, because you are not going to want to miss a single episode of today's show. And just for clarification purposes, I told you guys that I also work part-time as an Uber driver. Let me just say this. If I have the air on in my car because I want my car to be cold because it is hot as hell outside, and you lower the window, I'm turning the air off, because you're not about to waste my cold air for it to go straight out the freaking out the car. So you lower the window because you want some fresh air, fine. Air goes off, let's all intake the hot air, and we'll all sweat together. It's either one. Either the window comes down so you can get some breath of fresh hot air, or we can enjoy the ride with cold air. It cannot be both. You are not going to waste my gas and my time with none of those shenanigans.
What's happening?
Oh, Broncos country, welcome back in, ladies and gentlemen. This is Broncos Talk. My name is Adan Diaz, and joining me to my left or right, depending on which direction you're watching, is my co-host, the one, the only, the incredible, my best friend, as well as yours, the Bronco Libre.
What's happening, Broncos country? Super excited for this upcoming episode here for you today. We have a banger. What do you mean? We mean offense. Let's go.
Married with Drinks, I know you were asking, where's Libre? So when this show came on board to the Orange and Blue Network, Johnny wanted us to do an opening intro. I have tried to get Bronco Libre for the longest to do an opening for the show, but he just, I don't know. He wants me to do it, so one of us has to do it. So that's why you don't see Bronco Libre at the very beginning of the show. And maybe it's a good thing, because we don't want to overload the servers if the first thing you tune in when we go live is Bronco Libre, you know. So it's
Lenny, I appreciate you for watching out for my back. We got you.
So that's the reason why you don't see Bronco Libre before the start while I'm doing my whole intro shindig. Although our TikTok audience, they get to see Bronco Libre during the opening. I guess you can call it an opening monologue, and the whole shindig shtick. And through the intro, I was just telling our TikTok audience that it sucks that they don't get to see the opening intro like you guys get to see it, because Libre and I really love our intro for the show. And I feel like it's out of all the shows on this network, it's got a different spin to it. You know, because it's funny. It's kind of, because that's what we love to do around here, you know, especially during the off season. Bronco Libre and I like to share not just our experiences and our thoughts about the team itself, but we also love to have fun. And we try to do that on this show, you know, especially when we have special guests that come on the show, and, you know, just have a great time. We are not here to sit and read stuff out of I guess an encyclopedia or a book and bore you with facts. We're just two guys that really love the Denver Broncos as much as you guys do, which I imagine is why you're here. So We just want you to help us spread the word to everybody in Broncos country that we are here and we are not going anywhere. And again, that starts with you. That was a nice segue, wasn't it? Subscribe, share, comment, and like on this and all of the shows here on the Orange and Blue Network. If you guys are all caught up with every single episode we've done, we appreciate you. We thank you. But we ask you to help us spread the word on social media to let everybody in Broncos country that we are here and we are not going anywhere. Audio listeners, regardless of what platform you're listening us to, please, 5-star reviews are much appreciated after you've also caught up with all the audio podcasts that we put out every single show. If you would like, you can send us a screenshot of that 5-star review and we will read it right here live on the air, as well as to give you our continued thanks on social media, on live and on social media as well. Our Twitter handles are right there at the bottom. Mine is at a 6'10" Mexican. Bronco Libre is at Bronco Libre 50 to 80. For any business inquiries, you can email at broncostalk2020@gmail.com. Ladies and gentlemen, our show today is sponsored by Dubby. If you don't know what Dubby is, it's basically no sugar, no calories, no maltodextrin, no fillers, and no artificial colors, because it's formulated with nothing but amino acids, B vitamins, and nootropics, which is part of their neurofactor nootropic formula, which is the caffeine that's derived directly from the coffee fruit. And to show you guys how awesome Dubby is, if you use the code OBN10, you get 10% off your final order at checkout with all of your favorite Dubby products and flavors. Again, that code is OBN10 to get your 10% off your order at checkout. Shout out to Dubby for being a continued sponsor of this and all the shows here on the Orange and Blue Network. Also, ladies and gentlemen, our other sponsor of today's show is Lily's Beauty Salon. Guys, everybody eventually is going to need a touch-up. I know I definitely need one, Libra. Unfortunately, I am too far currently to go visit her. But guys, if you are in the Thornton, Colorado area, please head on down to Lily's, 11776 Kearney Way. Business hours Monday through Tuesdays is closed. Wednesdays and Saturdays from 9:30 a.m. to 7:30 p.m. Sundays 9:30 a.m. to 5. You can contact Lily at 720-210-7996, and it's appointment only. Libre, what's that phrase we like to say around here about Lily's?
She provides the freshest fades in town.
The freshest fades in town, ladies and gentlemen. Don't ever forget that. And tell them that Bronco Libre and the guys over at the Nothing Around This Orange and Blue podcast sent you. Also,
originally from the Mile High Oukast is where where it came up with. So remember that.
But we're stealing the credit because that's what we do here.
Because that's what we do.
That's what we do. And guys, we also have a special giveaway alert. And you're going to want to pay attention to this. So, ladies and gentlemen, when we reach 1,000 subs on YouTube, we are going to have a raffle for all of our subscribers. We're going to give away a signed Bonito mini helmet. Okay? All you have to do to enter is all you have to do to enter is subscribe to the Orange and Blue Network and make your profile public. Okay, if it's private, we won't be able to see who subscribed, so that way we can enter you into the contest. So again,
just so you know, make sure that you put your profile public, because that's the way we can reach you. If it's not able to be public, we can't message you if you happen to win. And then, which is okay if you guys don't want to do that, because then I get it by default. So leave it on private so that I can get it by default, because this mini helmet signed by Bonito is phenomenal, and it comes in a case too, so it is beautiful.
It definitely is. So again, guys, when we reach 1,000 subs, thanks to your help, we will be giving away a signed Nick Bonito helmet, courtesy of the guys from the Orange and Blue Network. Speaking of the Orange and Blue Network, guys, that helmet is mine.
It's not. We're gonna have to wrestle for that, bro. You're not. It's not yours. We're wrestling for it.
And guys, just so you know, for those of you that are new to this channel and you don't know what we're about and you would like to know what we're about, I'm going to give you the weekly show schedule, just in case you guys are not up to caught the speed. Please keep in mind that the following times I will mention are all in Mountain Time, so check within your local area to see what time it starts near you. Every Monday and Friday, 11 a.m., we have the Orange and Blue Blitz. On Mondays at 7 p.m., we have the Broncos Bros, because do you even Broncos Bros? You know what I'm saying? Tuesdays at 7:30, we have the flagship show, Nothing Wrong with Orange and Blue. On Wednesdays at 2:30, before the start of Broncos Talk, we have the Mahai Symposium, where the guys come together and they bring you all the up-to-date sports on everything Denver, not just the Broncos. They got you covered with the Avalanche, the Rockies, and the Nuggets as well. On Thursdays at 7, we have the Mahai Oukast podcast. And on Fridays, during the regular season, every single Friday is Viva Los Broncos. During the off season, we air once every month. Libre and I will be coming to you live, not next week, but the following Friday for the month, for this month's Viva Los Broncos all Spanish podcast episode. And then when training camp starts, from week 1 all the way to the end of the Super Bowl, every single Friday, Libre and I will be there with you for all the action in Espanol. Fresh squeeze for any breaking news. So make sure you hit that live notification button turned on, so that way you don't miss a single moment of what's going on in Broncos country. And then during the regular season, during the pregame, we have the Get Buck pregame show, where all the guys come together. They bring to you all the stats and up-to-date news on what to expect for that day's game. For those of you not able to watch the game, the Bucking booth has got you covered for every play-by-play action. And then after the game, the post-game show, which is the Buck Your Feelings post-game show, mind you, comes to you live, where the guys recap everything that happened for that day's game and look forward to the next week's matchup. All right, Libre, I'm going home.
Dang, I'm just tired from all that talking you did, bro. Come on.
I'm telling you, I talk way too much.
Trust me, we know. People have told me.
Yeah.
Look at George coming back, luchador style.
Luchador style.
Ya tú sabes. When we get back together, like when we link up, you already know. Talking about the scribe. Oh, go ahead. Yep, that's what I was going to pull up.
Sorry. Shout out to Mary with Drinks, who said they just hit 1,200 this weekend. Talking about subscribers, definitely exciting to keep the page going.
Yes, go. If you have not followed them, go follow Mary with Drinks. They put out great content as well. It's just everything that they put out there. It's like a good comedy show. They talk about Broncos. They do all that stuff as well. So definitely go out and subscribe if you haven't done so already.
I wholeheartedly agree. Shout out to you guys. Congratulations on hitting 1,200 subs. That's an amazing feat, and we are definitely right behind you guys in terms of reaching that goal one day. So, to today's topic, and I know some of you guys in the comments already got a jump on it. Jay Weaver checking in saying, "What up, boys?
The dream. Weaver in the house. What's happening, my bro?"
And then DBL for live saying, Bo Nix is gonna ball this year for a third year, and people are gonna find a butt.
And it just like last year. That's what and he said it the best. And that's what I love about this. He understands it. The team understands it. The Broncos are always going to be overdogs. They're not going to be the underdogs, because that's what it is all the time. They're going to be the overdogs. Like, we're going to be out there. They have to go out there and be that. And that's what I love about this team as well, is underestimate us again this year, which people are already going out there and already doing, just like how he says it right here as well. All these people can kiss my, what, let them doubt and die in denial. And that's what's going to end up happening this year as well, is because this team is going to start proving teams again wrong, or just the national narrative, because that's really where it comes from, is the narrative from the national media, because I don't think they still don't believe in this team itself. But I feel that this team has only gotten better, even though they haven't done, quote unquote, like the big splashing names that came by besides Waddle coming over, but I'm talking about like other positions itself. This team is going to come out and wreak havoc this upcoming year. And hopefully by the end of the season, the narrative will change, that they're like, dang, this Denver team is unbelievable. How come we haven't been talking about it? The team itself is going to do that as well. But just like you said, they will still find that, but it's because of this. It's but this. The NFL has already given us the hardest schedule ever to start the season off, with 6 weeks coming up. That's one of the hardest ever seen. But you know what? We're going to get it done.
I forgot to give a shout out to our TikTok audiences. I do apologize. I know I see some of you guys.
Let's go.
In my side, it's not as popular as Libre's because Libre's TikTok is always popping, but it's all right. I do appreciate the people that accidentally click on my stream and they're like, "Oh crap." Those are always fun. But the thing that's still driving me nuts, Libre, and I feel like the more we talk about it, the more like we sound like a broken record, is just the fact that even with the addition of Jayden Waddle to this offense and the return of Bo Nix, people are still kind of nitpicking, trying to find any kinks in the armor that the Broncos are currently building. And they can keep, tapping everywhere, trying to find a crack in the armor. They're not going to find one, Libre. They're honestly not. If anything, the Broncos offense going into this training camp and preseason, they're actually going to be overloaded with talent, which is an issue we've had the last couple of seasons. That's why a lot of us were sad to see Tim Patrick go, because there was no room for him left in the wide receiver room. We could actually have that issue going with the running game. We got Dobbins coming back. We got RJ Harvey, pulling up the rear. He played fantastically while he was, picking up the load coming in. We got those young cats coming out from the draft. Like, it is going to be so difficult for them to pick just 53 players out of this roster to say, hey, we're going with you guys and we're going to need you to do what you did last year, but better. We still have the lingering issue on the defensive side with, losing JFM. Hopefully the prospect we got from the draft, hopefully that young man works out. Losing our other safety also is a bit of a risk because now we need that part of the depth more than ever. But I trust in Vance Joseph. Vance Joseph has been a little bit iffy at certain times, but when push came to shove, Libre, that defense went out there and they were tremendous at getting to the quarterback. PS2 continues to be one of the most feared cornerbacks in the league, regardless of what people tell you. Just because he didn't win Defensive Player of the Year last year, it does not take anything away from the year before when he won it.
No, you're right. But I don't know if you just saw this week, at the beginning of this week, that PS2 was rated the best defensive player in the league, even though he didn't win the defensive player for the league itself. Of course, we all knew that Myles Garrett was going to get it just because of what he did and breaking the sack record and all that, which is fine. But guess what? The coaching, this came down to executives, coaching and all that put out there and said, look, PS2 is the best defensive player out there in the league. And they just said it again. And that's one thing, is that you can't take it granted what he has done for us here in Denver. We've been privileged that we were able to draft him, get him in here, and he's just been in there. Look, he is not a selfish player either. He's not wanting to be that top paid player either. But the Broncos have done it right as well. When they've done the extension and all that, they did it at the right time where he was getting paid. But again, there's still going to be that one player that's still going to go out there and get that more money. I feel like that's going to happen with Bo too. Hopefully but Bo, I think he deserves the money wherever he gets, or whatever happens with that. If he is the number one paid quarterback in the league or whatever, he's going to deserve it because what he's going to be able to do for this team going into the future. But I also do feel like he will also take a hometown discount to help bring the talent that's going to help him bring in multiple Super Bowls. And that's what we're going to see here.
And one thing I forgot to mention during my whole ad lib, because, I already talked too much. If there's any questions or comments you guys want to make, whether you're in our YouTube chat or you're on TikTok chat, we're going to try to answer them and get to them as best as we can. If we do not answer your question or get to your comment, please do not take it the wrong way. Feel free to hit us up on our socials and follow up with us, and we will gladly answer them. But please do not think that we're doing it out of purposely. We do have a complaint department. email johnnybaki@johnnybaki.com.
Johnny Baki can always be reached at the Mile High Viking at all social media platforms. He is accepting, like, if anybody wants his personal phone number, please reach out to me and I'll give it to you.
Yeah.
I just won't put it out there right now, but please reach out to me and I'll give it to you personally.
Yeah, I'll drive you to his house. I know where he lives.
You know what? He lives in Tennessee. Go find him.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. No, wait, never mind. I keep thinking. I still have that image of when he came to my house. Sidebar conversation here. And he was parked outside my house because I was still at work. So he was outside my house for like 2-3 hours or something like that. So it was kind of crazy. I thought he was going to show up like after I got ready, but he was like, "No, dude, I've been here. We're just waiting for you to go to the game."
Dang, bro. You just let him hanging like that. I see how you are.
I didn't even know he was here until I called him. I thought he was still on the road, but Johnny probably has a heavy foot, and when it's like pedal to the metal, you know?
So in November, end of October, early November, I'll make sure that you just sit outside of my house too.
You would do something like that. You would make me wait out there.
No, I wouldn't, because I'd be saying, all right, let's go get tacos because you owe me.
Bro, you just told me before the show there's no chilaquiles. That's already like, I don't want to go to
I just told you that there's no chilaquile restaurant. I go, if you want a good one, you're going to have some homemade. And then you told me you're going to bring some of your mom. So
I know. I just had chilaquiles for dinner today. So it was like, it's freaking delicious. And I'm going to have to break the news to her after the show. Like, hey, did you know in Denver, there's not a single chilaquiles place anywhere? It's like,
well, there's some that are out there, but to have a good one, it's hard to find.
Oh, so, okay. So maybe I misunderstood you. There are places out there, but they're just not good.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. That I can understand, because we got a couple of taco places here where people swear by they're like the best tacos or whatever, and I've had them and I'm like, nah, bro, this ain't it.
Look at Clayton. What's happening? Hey guys, and then
Clayton.
This is the best part, the best comment. What he just put right after. Smash that like button and share, guys. Let's do it. Follow what Clayton's saying. I didn't say it. Don didn't say it. Clayton said it. Let's go.
Yeah, it didn't come from either me or Libre, so you can't say that we bought that
exactly.
That's from an authentic fan.
Primo, what's up, Broncos country? So ready for this offense to start flexing on the league, and you already know that they will be. And if you don't know, he'll be there for the home opener, week 2 versus Jacksonville, tailgating, coming all the way from Arkansas.
I wholeheartedly agree. Libre, Mr. Patron has good chilaquiles.
All right, so that's one place I've never been to, Mr. Patron, so I'm gonna have to go check it out and try it.
All right, you got what 4 months before I arrive, so.
Well, Lenny's gonna be taking me out tomorrow for it now, so I'll text him and say, all right, let's go, Lenny. Ooh, look at what he just said.
And it's all you can eat.
All you can eat. That's even better for a Don. So he doesn't have to spend that much more money on me when he owes me tacos.
Hey, you're inviting me out, so we're going in your car. I'm a cheap date, so don't worry about it.
You know what? You're not going to fit in my car, bro.
I don't know why. I keep thinking you drive a pickup.
No, I don't drive a pickup.
Like, since you're Mexican like me, it's like the pickup with the alacran in the back. This is Michoacan.
Right? Oh, man.
Oh, man. We have way too much fun on the show. Johnny's going to get mad. But, you know, did you hear that crazy rumor, Libre, about Sean Payton's plan that he had, that he was trying to bring Bill Belichick here to Denver a couple of years ago? And he wanted to make him the head coach, and Sean Payton was going to take a step back as the OC. Like, how crazy would that have been?
But do you think the ownership would have approved it just so that he could have the all-time wins record? And that was what it was going to be for. Because what he just needs 15 wins to hold the all-time record for it. I did see that come out earlier this week and so forth, and saw some of the stuff that people were talking about it. like, I still don't believe that would have been an actual possibility. If they really wanted to do that, it would have happened. But I bet you he did talk about it and tried bringing it up with the Walter Pennon group, and they shot it down real quick. Just because he has been our enemy for years and years, it'd have been a good, throw up the middle finger up to the New England and say, hey, guess what he just did here in Denver? Get the all-time record for wins as a head coach, and how fitting would have been if that record game would have been against New England.
Oh, that would have been great, Libre.
And it's a very possibility that it could have happened, but I'm glad it didn't happen. We didn't need that type of sidebar from what the team really has been focusing on and what they've been doing over the last several years. And this is why I like our ownership group, is they also saw it as well, even though they're new to the sports world and all that. And they said, nope, we don't need that here. This is not what our culture is. That's not what we want to do. And I think it was shut down real quick. And especially coming back now, 4 years later, going into the 5th year of Sean Payton here in Denver now. So that being shot down from early on, and it's just now starting to come out like this is a possibility. And again, I feel like because of this being the lull part of the season, they just need something to talk about with the Broncos. They need to put like some type of spark, get something out there. And I feel that this is just part of that.
I thought that said sidebar. Sony sent you a message on Messenger. It says sorry. I was about to say Sony.
Sony did?
That's what I thought it said at first. I thought it said Sony, but it's sorry.
Let's see.
That just goes to show you how old I am, and I need glasses because I can't see.
Okay, so he just sent me this message here about Custom Creations Magazine doing a car club fifth anniversary this Saturday at About Time and Pub in Sheridan. So it's 3580 South Platte River Drive in Sheridan, Colorado. So his dad, Lenny's dad, does a lot of the car shows and whatnot, but he doesn't have like an actual car that he puts into the show itself, but he does like the little homies like setup, which is so cool. If you haven't seen it, go onto Lenny's TikTok, go onto the Married with Drinks TikTok, or go onto his social medias itself. He has it posted with his dad and all that. Let me tell you, phenomenal work that he has done to create this little village. And it's not just like a little village. It's more of 38th Avenue, the original Chubby's, the 7-Eleven that's right next to it. It's everything that's right there on 30th Avenue itself. Because that's representing the raza, la Latinos right there with the car clubs and all that. So definitely, if you're here in Denver, please go check it out this weekend. It's Mac, Colorado. It's Mac Daddy Car Club. It's the 5th anniversary this Saturday, the 11th. So show is from 10 a.m. to 5 p.m. So yeah, get out there, and Lowrider Legends MC hosted Kel and Tell. So definitely get out there, enjoy the day. It's going to be amazing, guys.
I always get jealous when I hear Libre do announcements like that because he can literally just get in his car and go.
They see me rolling.
The rest of us have to plan a whole trip, fly out there, hotel, car, whatnot.
I have a couch, but I don't know if it's going to be big enough for you.
No, I'd probably have to sleep on your floor. Your dad's hosting it, Married with Drinks? Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah, Lenny's dad.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm pretty sure I heard that part, but in case somebody didn't hear that first part. But yeah, guys, if you guys are in the area, you can go out and show your support. Definitely much appreciated. And make sure you hit them up on social media. Take pictures. Let everybody know you were there.
You know it.
But going back to this Broncos offense, Libre, I have a feeling that every single person, especially on social media, that I've seen that is just saying that, Bo Nix is going to look iffy because he's coming back from an injury. All these. They're just rumors, guys. There's rumors that he's not going to be playing at 100% because he doesn't want to re-injure it. That the offense is not going to change just because they added one player, that the Broncos whiffed free agency because they didn't make any more moves. All they did was re-sign. Like, all that stuff is just meant to it's clickbait. Okay. And I'll tell you the biggest piece of clickbait that I've seen, that the Kansas City Chiefs are going to retake the division. That to me is the biggest go rub a magic lamp and make a wish type of thing that I hear, because I don't know in what state of mind you would have to be, unless you're a Kansas City Chiefs fan. But outside of that, where you would have to go and think about making a statement like that, and still stand or sit there with the testicular fortitude to think that you are standing on some type of business.
It's those people that think just because Travis Kelce got married to Tay this last Friday, that they're all delusional still. They still think that their team is going to be good. Yeah, they might have gotten the Super Bowl MVP, but guess what? He's the backup running back for that team. He did great when he was in there. But again, I feel that the offensive line for Seattle is way better than what it is in KC. And he's going to learn that week 1, Monday Night Football versus the Denver Broncos on national television. He's going to recognize that real quick. So, and that's what I love about this right now too, is that we're going to see that week 1, they're going to realize that, or Kenneth Walker III is going to realize that his team is not as good as where he just came from and won a Super Bowl at.
Yeah, I would say people should be more worried about Patrick Mahomes coming back and expecting him to pick up right where he left off, because his injury is the one injury that most players have the hardest time coming back from, Libre. And that's right, with Patrick Mahomes already having a previous ankle problem before he tore his ACL. So the fact that they're bringing in Justin Fields, a guy who was supposed to be the next big thing for the New York Jets, who somewhat shined with the Pittsburgh Steelers, who was done no favors in his time with Chicago, the team that originally drafted him. And now you're pairing him with Eric Bieniemy and Andy Reid, and you're expecting him to be an overnight success. I don't see that happening. The Chiefs have so many issues. Their biggest issue, I believe, is father time. Chris Jones isn't getting any younger. Speed Spagnuolo, that defense is getting studied every single season. And those players, if they're not leaving to other teams, like we saw McDuffie going to the Rams, they're just, it's not defense caliber, and they don't have the picks to reload like they need to, because their money continues to revolve around their golden goose, which is Patrick Mahomes. So unless his contract gets restructured in some type of way where they can spread the wealth, it's like they're just hindering themselves. There's no reason why they should have re-signed Travis Kelce. I am sorry, but I will die on that hill when I said that man should have just enjoyed his championships, enjoyed whatever records he acclaimed as a Chief and he broke as a tight end in the league. But the fact that the Chiefs are paying him God knows how much money to play for another 2-3 years or something crazy like that, it's like,
well, they just extended him, again. So, and that's the but again, that let them do what they want to do, making him that top paid quarterback again in the league, which is fine. Like with me, go ahead and do that. Waste your resources just on him so that he can be that top tier quarterback, because that's really what he's looking for, is that money wise, But going back to like what you were just saying about him and his injuries and all that, is he truly going to be ready for week 1? Like how you said, that's where they need to focus on that concern. Yes, they could be telling us all this stuff about him being the ready week 1. again, this is going to be his first professional game after the injury, because I don't feel that they're going to play him at any time during the preseason at all.
Mhm.
So going in there and playing one of the top rated defenses in the league, and you're going to test out that knee right away, week one, like that's a big ask. Like, yeah, you have those videos of him throwing the ball looking good. That looks good when there's nobody rushing you. Now you have to go run around, plant that leg, do all that. Like, that's going to be the true test. Will he be ready by week one? Hopefully, because I want to play against their best. Even though he may not be his best at that moment because of his injury, but he's still better than Justin Fields.
Oh,
But
yeah.
again,
By a mile.
by a mile. Even with him, if they even amputated his leg and he's on a peg or whatever, he's still better than Justin Fields out there, still being able to scramble and whatnot. But
Mhm.
the thing is he truly going to be ready for that week one game? Like, I feel like the NFL probably did them a favor as well of putting it on that Monday game, the last game of week one. Again, we don't know what's going to end up happening. Time will tell. By the time the season starts, we'll know if he's going to be there or Justin Fields is going to take the helm at the quarterback position. But guess what? The Broncos are going to be ready for whoever is going to be at that quarterback position, no matter what, because they will be pumped and ready to go. And especially us being the AFC West champions and not having the first game at home, and we have to go to our divisional rival to be at their home to do this. Let's just smack them into their face and get home with the week one win, and then come back and do it again for the home opener with Jacksonville, when we have one of the greatest tailgates going to be happening when I host the Broncos fans coming up from Mexico.
Party with Libre.
Woo! We're going to party like a rock star.
But no, Libre, I doubt Patrick Mahomes plays week one. I think that they're probably going to give him another month of recovery. It's already bad enough that he's going to have to miss training camp in terms of the reps that all the starters get. He's definitely not going to play in the preseason. So when he does come back, it's going to take him quite a while to shake off that rust that's been building since he left.
No, I agree.
That's why players are so adamant about missing time, because even missing one game is enough to kind of, set you back a little bit. Your cousin Juan says, haters going to hate. Let them continue to put us under the radar. That's what we are at our best.
You already know.
Uh-oh. The boss is here.
Oh, wait. What's
Tim
happening?
Dog?
Tim Dog!
What's happening?
What's happening? Uh-oh. And now the boss is up.
Joining us from his golden lazy boy in the suburbs of Tennessee.
You know what, Johnny? You're a 10 IC.
You're a 10 IC, yeah. Please don't cancel us.
Wait until after the show.
Wouldn't that be crazy if it just goes then
week 2 is going to be lit, Tim Dog.
Who are we facing week 2, Libre?
Jacksonville. And
that's our home game, right? Our opening
opener. Yeah.
Ooh.
It's going to be a good game. It's going to be with sunshine.
Oh man. Do you think you'll be walking into the stadium with the same emotion that you left after that loss, Libre?
You know what? It's going to be higher emotion. It's going to be because of the excitement, the anticipation of what we're going to be able to do. I feel like we are now a better team, even though that Travis Hunter wasn't playing in that game. And what was crazy about it is we went on a streak of these games until we lost that game. So part of it was we were due for like a loss, because of what was going on. So with that, I wasn't as mad. I was like, you know what? I'd rather have this loss now here in the regular season than having it week 1 of the playoffs or the second round of the playoffs where we lose that game. So I was happy that it was okay. I was okay with it. Like, I wasn't happy that we lost, but I was okay with it because of we got that loss out of the way. There's no longer any pressure for these players to go out there and to continue to put at that level, even though that's what you want to be at and that's what they should be at. But again, that's a lot of added pressure as well, because you feel it from the fan aspect of it, because of the pressure that we put them on as well. But once that loss is already gone, it's like, all right, let's start over, let's refresh, and we win again until we lost that AFC Championship game when we didn't have Bo Nix.
Libre, your fan club is here.
Boo boo! How you doing, Chica Linda? Thank you for dropping in.
I'm telling you, did you guys know that Bronco Libre is on Cameo? Isn't that awesome?
I am on there. And look at my other girl right here. Yaya.
Oh, keep clicking on it. I keep clicking on it.
Yaya, how you doing, girl? Thank you for joining the live. So both of these girls, Boo Boo and Yaya, these are Tim Dog's girls. If you don't know.
Showing their support. Thank you guys so much for being here with us. We appreciate you.
Of course. Nothing but love for you guys.
But yeah, as you guys may or may not know, I'm pretty sure I mentioned it on here before. I will be in Denver for that November 1st game, which is game 2 against the Kansas City Chiefs at home in Denver. And everyone, don't forget to like, subscribe, share, and comment. Don't want to miss out on the Bonito helmet giveaway. If you missed the intro, guys, we are giving away a signed Nick Bonito miniature helmet once we hit 1,000 subscribers. All you have to do is follow the Orange and Blue Network on YouTube and make your profile public, so that way we're able to message you if your name is the one that's drawn for the winner of the sweepstakes. So it's pretty easy, guys. And if you guys, as Libre said, if you guys keep your page public, they're just going to give it to Bronco Libre, and it's going to sit right behind them. And you'll have to see it from
right
afar.
There. I'll put it right there so everyone can see it.
We got to tell all the Home Depots in Denver not to sell any more shelves to Libre.
Right. So currently we are sitting at 718 subscribers. So if we can get to 1,000 subscribers before the beginning of the season, let's just get it done before the season starts, so that you can have it displayed at home when the season starts.
I'll have to ask Johnny if employees of Orange and Blue Network are excluded from the contest.
The answer is yes, because I tried winning the jersey and I was excluded from it.
Oh, were you?
Yeah. He didn't even put my name in the list, bro. No, I'm just kidding.
only giveaway I've ever won was the one that Mario Vitanzi had a couple of years ago. And I didn't know until my friend Glenn messaged me and told me, like, hey, you won the Russell Wilson jersey giveaway. I was like, great, tell him I need it in like a 5X, but he had already bought it, and it's like it doesn't even fit me. So I have it stored away. And I was going to hang it up that year, but I'm like, I don't know how to put that stuff in the frame.
That's why you take it to have it done.
Oh, you take it somewhere? I didn't know that.
You could take it somewhere to get it framed up. Like there's some of those sports card shops that do autographs or whatever. I know Chicago has a spot there because of the sports teams there. Just go talk to one of those guys, and they'll tell you how to set it up, or even they might have a case for it.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I'll do that then, because I know Russell Wilson still gets a bad rep for the way he played while he was a Bronco, but hey, if it wasn't for his disastrous series of events, we wouldn't have the team we have today, which I know it's ironic in a way, but hey, remember when people thought Paxton Lynch was going to be the next Tom Brady?
Right.
And talk about big shoes to fill after we just watched the Sheriff ride off into the sunset as a champion. And it's like, I don't know, man. Like I always thought he kind of looked like Iron Man. Come on the show tomorrow. What time? I'll have your people call my people.
Game time. They start at 7 p.m. Mountain Standard Time. 8 p.m.
So
your time.
6.
No, 8 p.m. your time.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, I was thinking Pacific time. Probably. You know, I mean, I still have a long ways to catch up to Libre because Libre's been on what 6 shows. Have you been on Married with Drinks?
With Married with Drinks, I have not.
Well, that would be I think 8. So it would be my 1 to your 8 or 7 currently. I think you've been on 7 shows.
I've been quite a few. A lot of Mile High Oukast, a few Broncos Bros. Tim, I'm just actually seeing your text message right now, bro. Unfortunately, I'm not going to be able to go on tomorrow. I'll text you later on as well. But I have actual plans, but definitely I'll get you. I'll let you know. Oh my gosh, really?
Yeah. Just keep clicking on the same thing.
Hey, let me tell you. During the hotter part of the season, which is the first part of the season, I wear a lot thinner mask, which is like super thin, so that it's super breathable. Those I can easily throw in the washer and just wash those, and I do that after every time I wear it. This one itself, this is more of a little bit of a foam one, but then I have like my thicker ones that I use for like November and December and January that are professional grades. So, and those are made with actual like leather and all that. So I hand wash those after each game, because even though it's cold and out there, whatever the case may be, I'm still sweating in it because this keeps your head nice and warm and I sweat. So I wash it after every game. So not talking about how many times or how many weeks that it goes by. I wash it after every week, after every use that I have it on. So there's not builds of weeks and weeks of build up on it.
He said Libre breath. Oh man.
But
God bless you, Johnny.
If you want me to. No, just kidding.
Yeah, I don't have the mic for that or the voice. But the crazy thing, Libre, is just how crazy I don't want to put too much emphasis on it, Libre, but you remember when Jerry Jeudy was drafted and we got those hype videos of him running his cuts, and even I was one of those. I was like, wow, Jerry Jeudy's gonna just run around cornerbacks and he's gonna cut the competition in half, which is what the Broncos media team was supposed to do, build up the hype. So I don't think we've seen a lot from Bo Nix, and the fact, like, we did see a couple of videos of him throwing the ball around, but do you feel like the Broncos media team should go out and, make a video, with music and fanfare, Bo Nix throwing bomb passes and whatnot, just to kind of get a hype thing going? Because I don't think he needs it, honestly, in Broncos country.
Did you not see the video that they posted during the draft with an homage to John Elway when he was throwing the Nerf ball across the field? That's exactly what Bo did. They did a hype video for the draft.
I didn't see that.
Oh yeah, you have to check it out. It's super dope. Everything that you see Bo Nix doing is an homage to John Elway back in the 80s and early 90s and so forth. So go out there and check it out. Like some of the commercials that he did, some of the Nerf football, like the little turbojet. I can't remember what the actual Nerf football is, but it's a little held rocket one, and he just throws it like 100 yards. Like it's super dope. You have to check it out.
Yeah, no, I thought you were going to say for promotion of the John Elway documentary, which, by the way, if you haven't seen it, yeah, I've seen it like 3 times, man, and I never get tired of seeing it.
Do you cry every time you see it?
When I really get kind of sentimental, honestly, no. Oh, Johnny's here, so I can't swear. No BS is when he's sitting in, I think it's like his movie room, and he's watching his highlights.
Oh,
you could see the emotion in his eyes.
Mm-hmm.
like his hands are tingling, like his mind wants to say, hey, you could go out there and you could still throw a football, but it's like your body saying, hey, you're like 70 something years old now, like, calm down there, cowboy. But that to me kind of gets me in the soft spot, just for the simple fact that John Elway is the definition of a Bronco for life.
Johnny, sounds like it's an attack move on the Pokemon game. Use Libre Breath. You know what's funny? Talking about this during this last week, me and my son, like, he wanted to reinstall the Pokemon game on his phone and was trying to figure out his account information. Granted, he's 18 years old now, but he still does all of that. But when we first originally started playing this game, one of the Snorlax, because the Snorlax is a big puffy guy, so because of that, I renamed it on my account, where I just named him Fluffy, just because of Gabriel Iglesias. Just named him Fluffy because he's a big fluffy guy. So that's how I in my thing is just Fluffy. But talking about just how you said that, like, you know what? That is one of those special powers, especially when you're at one of those battle zones or whatever, using Libre Breath. Or I could just come out here and use the sonic waves.
Should have disappeared in childhood. Sucks for you, bro. Whatever you do, don't poke it. Nah. I will tell you, and I'm pretty sure I shared this story already, but the coolest thing I've ever seen Johnny do was when we were at the Colts game last year, and me and Johnny are just having like this random conversation. Well, first of all, Johnny couldn't find me, which is odd because he kept calling me and he's like, dude, I don't see you. And I'm like, dude, I was right where you were, where I told you not to move. Yeah. So then he finally sees me. He's like halfway back inside the Colts, like you know how they have that fun zone area. So he's in the fun zone area by the Guinness booth, of course. And I was on the opposite side. So I'm standing there waving at him like, hey, get your ass over here. And then he comes over and it's like we're having a random conversation, and then just some random Broncos fan walks by. He stops mid-sentence and he turns around. Let's go Broncos. Yeah. Like full energy on, and I was like, in my head, I'm like, bro, you're going to scare somebody. But most of the people, they returned it back to him. Like, yeah. Couple of people came up to like, hey, can we take a picture with you? And it's like, yeah, go ahead. And can we touch the cape and the cane? And I felt more like the photographer because I was like, okay, let me just move to the side because
you have the right angle, because you know how the girls like to have that angle from up high. So I think that's why they were asking you for having you do it for the height aspect of it.
I think I only took one picture for them, if I'm not mistaken. The rest of the time, me, Jay, Johnny's wife, and my nephew, we were just standing on the side, just like spectators, just watching everybody ooh and ah over Johnny. And Johnny had his little drinking a flask. Hey, you want to take a hit? You want to take a shot? You want to take a shot? You want to take a shot?
You know what? I remember that because he was doing that at the very first game I met him at the tailgate, and then he has his cup, which is a horn. So it's perfect. Look at he gave us the A-OK.
And my nephew asked me, he's like, hey, Unc, what's in that guy's flask? And I'm like, he makes his own alcohol at home in a bathtub. So it's 100% proof. It's going to knock you right on your ass. It's like moonshine times 10.
Oh, wait, that's only in prison. Never mind.
Yeah, but shout out to you, Johnny. Thanks for being a good sport, man. And thank you for the QR code, the code thing that makes it so much easier to tell people, hey, you like Broncos? Follow me here. Your cousin saying last year we had a Broncos fan ask for a picture of all of us that were wearing a Libre mask. There was quite a few with us. Broncos fans are truly awesome.
Oh yeah, especially when the fan group from Mexico come up. they bring their own masks. It's a variety of different masks, orange and blues of all colors. From not even like the team colors itself, but it's just like famous luchadores like Mil Mascaras, the Blue Demon, and all that. Which this year, AEW, which this is going to be the feature of it, AEW right here is going to start featuring all these masks with all the teams this upcoming year, where they're actually going to be sponsoring it. And I have mine right now already.
Whoa.
I know.
Not a fan of AEW.
But you know what? The thing is, it's part of the sponsorship, or like not sponsorship, but partnership that the AEW, and I think that they're trying to get out to more of the Latino community as well for all NFL teams. But yeah, they're going to be producing this for all NFL teams. And
yeah, I know.
Your boy already has one. Bronco Libre already got it.
Well, I'm proud of you, Libre.
I know you're so celoso, way.
I'm going to have to do like I do in my car, put a piece of tape over the check engine light so I don't see it.
Right?
If I don't see it, I don't hear it.
Right.
But no, ladies and gentlemen, it's in closing for this topic, at least for the moment anyway. Don't believe what the haters are telling you. Because as we get closer to preseason, because I don't think training camp should be an issue. In training camp, we're going to see what we see every year. The Broncos bringing out their new toys. Now that Davis Webb is running the offense, for those of you lucky enough to go to training camp, you guys are probably going to see different sets, different formations, the different things done. So I will say I'm a little bit jealous that you guys get to see it first before I see it on their social medias, where I feel like they cut out a lot of the good stuff though, Libre. I'm not going to lie. Some of my favorite commentary comes when they go live and you have Steve Atwater, and he usually has like different guests. And the best part about that is they're reminiscing about the days of Yonder. Not so much paying attention to what the cameras are catching, but it's, Steve Atwater talking about, how it was playing with John Elway and Terrell Davis and Shannon Sharp. And I mean, and you think that after hearing all those stories that you would get tired of hearing it every year, but I actually look forward to it.
Oh, so do I. I'm super excited. And one thing that I'm excited for this year, for the first time ever at Broncos training camp, they are giving us shade for the fans in attendance. So there's going to be 1,000 people that are going to be able to attend each practice. I know we mentioned this last week, but this is the first time ever that they're allowing shade or giving shade to us fans that are going out there, which is going to be phenomenal. Can't wait for it. It's going to be, I'm just excited just that the whole facility is not truly 100% open yet, but that's why they're limited to 1,000 people. But guess what? It's going to be rocking and rolling in there. I'm going to try to take as much videos and all that to get out there. I do know that they try to limit it just so that it protects the plays and what they're trying to do for out there. But again, if you're looking for anything, go to the major, sports guys that are here in Denver that are being able to record stuff and actually put it out there, so you can see more of it. I'll try to do it as a fan. I know they crack down on it a lot, but I'm super excited for it. It's just around the corner. Just around the corner before we have Broncos football again.
Exactly. Ladies and gentlemen, Libre and I have reached the end of regulation for our show, which means that we are now officially going into overtime. Let's go. And welcome back in, ladies and gentlemen. This is Broncos Talk Overtime. If you've never seen or heard this segment of the show before, this is the part of the show where Libre and I let down our hair figuratively and talk about anything and anything going on in our lives. Doesn't particularly have to be related to football, Broncos football in general, but if there's a way we can bring it back, we certainly will. Going back to my opening statement, Libre, about it's starting to be a pet peeve when it's hot in Chicago, Libre. It was like we almost, I think we almost got close to 100 degrees today. It felt like that. So if I'm riding around, like I have my AC on because I don't want to deal with hot air. I know my passengers don't want to deal with hot air. So the fact that you get into my car and it's nice and cool and crisp in there, and then you roll down my window, I'm turning the air off because if that's how you want to do it, fine. Then we'll let the hot air run through the car and I'll blast it on after you get out. But you're not going to get both things done, Leroy. You're not going to waste my gas and you're not going to waste my Freon just, shivering out of
No,
the.
I agree. Like it, and that's like one of my things. Like my son as well is like he's a little bigger guy as well, so he tends to run a little hot. So he always puts down the window as well. And I get it. Like you want that instant cool down if you're outside getting into the car. It's like you want that fresh air coming in, that hitting you in the face right away, even though the AC is blasting or whatever. I don't know how your car is. I know some cars don't have the AC going to the back right away, so it takes a little bit for it to get in the back. And my son said, he goes, man, I can't go with brother because he doesn't have AC control in the back, how like your car does. Like I'd rather go with you now because I know that control is in the back. His car doesn't, so I can't go in there because I'm just dying with heat. But he'll roll down the window just to get that fresh air right away to help cool him
Mhm.
down. But I totally get that aspect of it. But with being in a ride share, but that's in your personal car, like doing that with your family or whatever. But if you're in a ride share, you know, you would think that they're going to be having it climate controlled inside the car already for you by the time you get in. So it should already be nice and cool. You're good to go, and you
Yeah.
don't need to have that quick air coming through. So I totally get that as well, which could be frustrating. And because not only you're already wasting gas as it is because you already have your Freon, the AC on already, because that's just already guzzling up the gas already. But then when you put
Mhm.
that on that window, it's that wind resistance already that's going to be causing it more. So I totally get it. With the gas prices already up as it is, I understand your frustration on that. So yeah, it really does suck when they do that.
Yeah.
Um, so one thing that I want to talk about, like you just did bring up about the cars being hot. This is PSA to all parents, grandparents, babysitters. I don't care who you are. Monday, I was at got off of work went to the store to get some stuff for dinner. Going in and out, trying to get out there so I can get home, get food cooking for dinner or whatnot before the U.S. game. And my thing is, when we were walking right outside of the store, literally as soon as we walked out, I see this 7-year-old girl screaming at the top of her lungs. And then I looked over, you see her with the broken window, the passenger side window
Ooh.
broken. She was in the car by herself. The grandparent, the grandpa left her in the car with the windows up. And at the time, it was like 95, 96 degrees, and it was hot. I don't understand why any parent, grandparent, babysitter would leave their child in a hot ass car. I'm just glad and fortunate that she was smart enough to there was a hammer that was inside of the car. She grabbed that hammer and broke the window so that she could get out. So as soon as I saw that happening, I saw her screaming and all that and realized what was going on and saw nobody else in the car, me and this other guy ran over to the car and helped her get out of the car. And she did have a couple little cuts on her hand because of the glass.
Mhm.
We called the paramedics, the cops, and all that. But just don't leave kids in a hot car. It is not worth it. It does not take long for them to overheat, pass out, and then, the worst. I'm just glad that she was smart enough to say and break that window. I wish I had more of an update with her. I just know that when I left, the paramedics and the cops were all there, and she was already in good hands. And like nothing really, anything really happened to her, just with the little superficial cuts that she received on her hand, and that was it. So, PSA again, guys, do not leave children in a hot car because it's so like I just felt sick to my stomach just seeing her in there, being able to get her out, and then just seeing this grandpa like was I think what made it worse for me is that his first reaction when he was coming out, seeing all the cops and all that, and he saw his window busted, goes up to the little girl. You broke my window? You like that shouldn't be your first reaction. Like it should be like, oh my God, are you okay? What's going on? What's happening? Who cares about who broke whose window? Like he right away blamed it on her. Yes, she did break it. I'm glad she broke it because who knows what could have happened. Because if I didn't like it, it didn't happen. Me walking out and her then screaming like that. I don't know if I would have heard her screaming because of it being more muffled and couldn't really hear it, you know? So that's like something that just really got me too, like really bad. So talking about the heat, yes, this is the summer, the beginning of summer. It's just starting, guys.
One of the things that I don't like about my car, and it's like the very 4 years ago, the very first thing I noticed it, and it's not the car's fault. It's just the program. That's how it's programmed to do. But when I turn my car off and I open my door, just before I get out of my car, there's a alert that comes off and it beeps like 5 times. Check the back seat for passengers. And that to me angers me so much because I'm like, unless I had some disability where I couldn't remember certain things at a certain time, you know, which is more likely going to happen when I get old, but older. But like my car should not have to be reminding me, hey, check in the back seat, make sure there's nobody in the back. But I will say this: if I was ever in that same predicament, Libre, and I don't care if it's a dog, you don't leave your pets in the back either. If I see that, I'm breaking your window. And you can come and you can take it up with me. You can take it up with the police, whoever you want. But no human life should be left in a car with the windows up and unattended. That's just downright stupid. I don't care if you're going inside just to go buy something simple. If you go into the store, any living being with you goes inside. And if you can't bring them in with you, then you don't go at all. You go home and you go about your business and you come back another day when you can come back by yourself to get what it is that you need. But that is such a great PSA, Libre, and I'm glad you brought that up. And I really do hope that little girl is okay. Because it's like I was actually talking to this guy that I was taking. He works at Portillo's. And I don't know if they have Portillo's in Denver, Libre.
No.
Okay, but have you ever heard of it when you were here?
Yeah, I went to it when I was there in Chicago.
Okay,
and then also in Arizona, they have them in Arizona.
Okay, so in case anybody out there doesn't know what a Portillo's is, it's like a very popular fast food place. They're known cake
shake.
Yeah, the chocolate cake shake. If you guys have ever seen the Fluffy Special,
yep.
But I think that they have some really good hot dogs and burgers there.
Mm-hmm.
That's what they're known for here in Chicago. But their whole shtick is they're mostly known for having people stand outside in the drive-through, not using a drive-through box. And I asked the guy, I'm like, well, what do you guys do on days like today where it's like hot as hell? And they said that he told me that they have a relay system where they kind of like alternate between 4 people and they take turns standing out there because they physically take your order. They write it down and then they call it in. Unless it's like one of those days where it's unbearingly hot, or if it's raining cats and dogs, or if it's really cold. If it's not meant for a human to stand out there to be in, then they'll go to their backup, which is the drive-through box. But when they use people, the lines kind of move a little bit faster because they can get their orders in or out. Especially when I remember when I did DoorDash, Libre, it was really cool because the guy would always see that I was picking up for DoorDash and he would be like, oh yeah, just go around everybody else and wait by the window and somebody will be out and give you the food. Oh, that's great. So kind of felt like a big shock. But again, the food wasn't for me. But when you're doing not ride share, when you're doing delivery, Libre, time is money. And Portillo's stuff, food is pretty big, and it never fit in my tote bag to keep it warm. So I had to try to get it to my customer as quick as it could before it got cold for lunch.
No, you're right. But like when I was there in Chicago, Portillo's is like one of those spots that I had to go and try because it was one of the staples that was out there. Another one was Luminati's, the pizza joint, for a deep dish. What else? What else did I do? There in downtown, I did I did go visit the Rainforest Cafe, but again, I've been to plenty of them before, but it's just I go to a different city, so you had to do it. But no, like going back to this, going into this car to get this child out. One thing that I looked up after after everything was said and done, part of the thing is like, breaking into the car. What is the legality of it? Can you do it? Can you not do it? So when I looked this up here in Colorado, it does say that the person breaking into the car to help get either a child or a pet out when it's hot out like that, like that day that it was, you are no longer liable, or your liability for that goes away. You're doing what is the best interest of the child or pet that's in that car. So the law protects you to get into that car with any means of getting in there. That I didn't know that part of it, of the law itself, until I searched that up on Monday. I'm so glad that like that exists there, so that you're not going to be charged for breaking and entering, getting into that car or whatever. So you are protected by law for that, which is awesome. I love that. There's still like stuff that you still have to be worrisome about some of that law stuff, but as long as you're just breaking it and getting the child out, that's all that you're good to go. So you can't go like rummaging through it or whatever. So, and that's not the main case. Like for us, we're like, let's get her out. It's a hot ass damn car. Let's get her out, get her some water. So the other guy that came up, his son ran into Walmart and got a bottle of water so that she could have some water to help cool down and drink and whatever. So, that aspect. So if you're here in Colorado, just know that if you ever see that situation where a child or a animal is stuck in a hot car, it is okay to break into that car and get them out to help them, because it's more of the potential threat of death or being very injured for them, so that you can get them out. So go ahead and do that. Don't be afraid to do it as well. That's what like they say when people go with CPR stuff and all that, where you can get sued by the person if they didn't want to have chest compressions. If you happen to break a rib, like they can like legally sue you for breaking a rib.
Libre, man, I didn't even know you had such a fruitful day. I was like,
you know what? And that's crazy too. I know, because I didn't talk about it beforehand either as well, but I did want to bring it up because it is especially during these next couple of months where it's super hot outside. And I just want to make sure that the word is out there, using our platform to do something about it, to hopefully that we can at least reach one person to see this and understand that. And if that does happen, that makes me feel good that I know that I helped somebody out, that they could do something about it, or just bring awareness.
Agreed. The only other bad news I wanted to talk about, Libre, was
nope, I'm out. I can't do it. I already know what you're going to talk about.
I already know. You already know what I'm going to say.
And we didn't even talk about it, but I already know.
It happened on Sunday Night Football.
Son of a gun. One thing about that though is like that game, Mexico played so damn well. Like they played so well. They just relaxed like for those 2 minutes, for those 2 goals to happen back to back within the 2-minute time span. Like that right there alone is like, you can't let up. that just shows you right there. You can't let up. But you know what? Like one thing that I do like that they were down already 2 goals, that they continue to fight to come back. They got the 1 goal, and to continue to fight throughout the rest of the game, they just fell short and actually getting that second goal to go into extra time.
Yeah. Now, I will say, and I was talking to a passenger about this today, Mexico did have help. Okay. I'm not going to deny it. That supposed penalty call on Harry Kane, that was not a penalty. That was not a penalty. And I felt that was just FIFA helping, trying to create a dream scenario, extending the extra time after 90 minutes to like 10, 11.
Oh,
like they tried so hard to give Mexico a fighting chance to get back into it.
Yeah.
Because everybody knew, even my old man, because those 2 back-to-back goals that England scored, Libre, he honestly called it, and he's like, they goofed. It was it was 2 big mistakes that Mexico literally. It was like they were almost like auto goals. There's 2 of them, and England almost had an auto goal of their own, but the ball, lucky for them, was just 2 inches to the left of the crossbar, I think. So
yeah.
But Mexico fought their asses off, and they came so close. But like I told my old man, I'm like, if it's any consolation, even if by some sort of miracle Mexico gets past England, they would have had to go up against Norway and Holland. As much as I love Lionel Messi and what they did to Egypt, Libre, I couldn't see us going toe to toe with a guy like Norway, especially with Holland, the way he's playing, like.
Right. And then like what's funny is I saw a video of him and about how goofy he is or whatever.
Yeah.
And, it's like the caption did say, how can you not like this guy? And he's just goofing around. And there's one point where he was eating lunch by himself, and then he looks over and it's just like a glass and it has his reflection. And then he was just more like, getting scared of himself or whatever. It is really hilarious. And then another part of it, it looks like he's playing a joke on one of his teammates or something like that, where he's crawling underneath the table or trying to sneak away. And this kid is like, he's like 6'5". He's like super tall, like not as tall as you, but like he's pretty tall. But like Tim trying to be sneaky, try to get away with stuff without being unseen. But it's just seeing him, the human side of it as well. Even with the game on with Messi with Argentina, they're saying like how he just missed some of the goals early on and so forth. It's like, it's hard to believe that Messi here, you're seeing him, he is truly human. He's just a human guy. And you don't normally see him as just being like that human because of how good he really is. But then later on in the game, he scores a second goal. So they're like, there he is, so it's, again, these guys are human. Like, yes, we see them as a pedestal where they're up there. They're doing some great things, especially in the sports world. But again, at the end of the day, they're just like me and you, human. That's what it is.
Humanos, baby. But I will say the World Cup is the only time I pay attention to soccer. So unfortunately, I'm going to go back into my cave of hibernation until 2030 when I actually care for the World Cup again. But do you have a favorite, Libre, of the teams remaining? Who do you think is going to win it all?
So I do have 2 teams. Again, it's going to be, I like Argentina to possibly repeat just because of their fight that they had. And I like France. Just during watching these games itself, France is just so good. Up until this last game, they had scored 3 or more goals in every single game until this last game. So just that alone, just watching them, Mbappe, like, he's so good. And then also, I'm just thinking too, is this World Cup where we're watching some of these best players going to be their last World Cup?
Yeah,
like Ronaldo retired.
Memo Ochoa.
Yeah, retiring as well.
I gave Memo Ochoa a lot of crap, man, because he plays for America, and me, I'm a diehard Chivas fan because of my dad. But I will say, when it came to the World Cup, Memo Ochoa was one of the best goalkeepers the World Cup ever saw.
Mhm.
So they're losing a good one in him, and unfortunately, it just sucks that Mexico was never able to bring him a title as a player. But hey, if he ever decides to be a coach, and he could still maybe win one as a coach in the future. So
Exactly. That's why they're going to say win one for the Gippa.
1-1 for the Gippa. But now that Mexico's out, I don't care. They can all lose.
That's funny.
You know who I really felt bad for? I felt bad for iShowSpeed. Because when his hero Ronaldo got eliminated, like, that was actual pain in his face. Like,
oh, absolutely, yeah. I don't know if you saw the. Sorry about this, but I don't. Did you see the video on Tuesday? I think it was on Tuesday when he met was it Chicharito?
Yeah, he met Chicharito.
Yeah, he was like, like they put a video out on that. He's like, oh man, that's so cool that he was able to meet up with him. But no, I agree with you. Like, to see that, it's crazy. I don't know if you also saw the allegations or whatever that FIFA is actually looking into about racism against them.
Yeah. Although I will say, and I owe my nephew a big apology, because before the World Cup started, I don't know if you saw, but iShowSpeed actually made his own theme song for FIFA. And it was one of those songs that when you hear it the first time, you thought it was like, it's okay. But then when I saw the one that the official one, like from Shakira and I forget who else, like, it just wasn't the same. Like, it wasn't a banger. To me, Shakira will always own the one in Africa. That, to me, is her song. Out of all the songs she's ever done in her life, that's the only one that I actually really like, because it shows the unity of soccer. And you see it from a country like Africa, where you don't need fancy nets, a fancy ball, or a fancy field. All you need is just the love of the sport. And that's enough to inspire people of all ages, whether you're a kid, adolescent, grown up, or even older generations. Like, it's a very beautiful thing how soccer can bring people together for the World Cup. But to me, after listening to it a couple of times on my way to work, besides the Shiny Tea song that's also gets stuck in my head, I thought it was actually pretty good. So I owe my nephew an apology, and I'm glad that FIFA, I don't know if FIFA actually changed it, but I know that they considered it as part of I guess FIFA has their own soundtrack. So I think that they added it to it. And that was really awesome of them to do, because it was actually pretty cool seeing him bring people from all walks of life. And just it kind of sucks that it's almost over, Lee. I think we're a weekend left.
We're like a week and a half, because it's next weekend is the championship.
Championship game, yeah. So it's like we're almost down.
I want to play a little bit. I know, like, we don't want to play a lot of it, but I want to play a little bit.
Go ahead. You got it? I can pull it up.
Yeah, if you want to. I was just playing it off of my iPad.
No, that's fine. It's you know what they're called by any chance?
It's Champions.
Champions?
iShowSpeed.
Okay.
And I was gonna also pull up the Shakira one, but the one that says "Hips Don't Lie."
I don't know how much of this we can play.
No, just a real quick snippet of it, just so that they could hear it.
Okay. Let me do this. Okay. Sorry to our TikTok audience if you're not able to see this. Hopefully you can maybe hear it, but here we go.
Iran, Iraq, Japan, Jordan, Mexico, Morocco, Netherlands, New Zealand, Norway, Panama, Paraguay, Portugal, Qatar, Saudi Arabia, Senegal, Scotland, South Africa, South Korea, Spain, Sweden, Switzerland, Susia, Turkey, USA, Uzbekistan, Uruguay, Ivory Coast. Let's play football. It's the World Cup time. It's the World Cup time. Cause this is the World Cup. Put your flags up in the air. Put your hands up in the air. Put your flags up. Cause this is the World Cup. Put your flags up in the air. Put your hands up in the air. Put your flags up. Leave them now. Let's go. Let's fight. We up tonight. Won't break. That's right. One world. Unite. We going. We live for this moment.
But again, like we said this already before, I do feel like Shakira's one I think is really good. It just seems like because Shakira is more of an artist and this is just ISO speed, let me just put something out there, because that's what he's doing it for his platform, his creators and all that. But I also do know that he loves the game of football a lot.
Yeah.
He's been at all the games. So I could see why he did this as well for it. But like you said, I think Shakira's the last World Cup was top notch.
Yeah, I mean, that's just getting me all hyped over again. And I never noticed it until my nephew pointed out at the beginning of the video, he named every single country that qualified for the World Cup. So I was like, oh man. But and I have that issue with a lot of songs. When I hear them for the first time, it's like, I thought it was okay. And then like I hear it again, and then it gets stuck in your head, especially if it's something catchy like that. So shout out to iShow Speed for going out there and showing that you don't need a fancy record label or a big name hit. All you need is just I don't know if he actually wrote that song or if he had help doing it or whatever, but just the fact that he was able to do that and bringing people from every single country and just showing how everybody's living room is, because that's literally everybody's living room during the World Cup watching their team play. If you weren't able to go to the game, then you were sitting at home or you were at a bar or you were at a friend's house. Like you were somewhere watching this happen, and especially during the knockout stages, when the knockout stages started, where it was just such a big thing to watch. But if you guys haven't seen it, if you want to watch it, please go check it out on YouTube. I don't know how much of it we can play on this, so because we're trying not to get copyright strike.
Yeah, no, I think we'll be good with what we did. So,
but then again, we do a lot of things around here that's like.
We have Cody coming in here at the end. Keep up the great work, boys.
Woo! Yeah. The only other thing before we head on out of here, Libre, I do want to say I have a bone to pick with Target. I think that Target's prices for Monster energy drinks are way too high. I bought one today at a Target, and I only bought it because I had to buy something to use the bathroom. So I kind of feel, I think that they should do like 2 for $5, because a lot of the gas stations where I go to buy when I absolutely need one and I don't have Dubby nearby and I need something in a pinch, and that's the God honest truth, is usually 2 for $5, so, and that's actually that's respectable, because then you can take one for here or you can have the other one for when you need it in a pinch, like I said. So, but the fact that they were charging almost $4 or $5 for one, it was kind of like
for a 16 ounce.
Oh yeah, for just a regular, I forget what size that the regular can is.
Yeah, so it's a 16 ounce. So
yeah. So, and I was like, I even looked at the security guard. I'm like, really, $4? The bottle of water was even more, which it shouldn't be. It should be more cheaper than that. And and I'm not a Starbucks guy, so otherwise I would have just bought a coffee. But I don't care for Starbucks. Not that I think they're terrible, but I just don't know how to order any of those really fancy.
All drinks. You need to do is say you want the inkity pinkity drinkity, and they'll know exactly what you want.
The only thing I know how to order from Starbucks is a pup cup. And that's not even for me. That'd be for my dog Scruffles. But I couldn't tell you a venti this from a grande that. So, but maybe, who knows? Maybe I'll date somebody one day that'll.
See, Cody said go to 7-Eleven, get the Red Bulls 3 for $8.
3 for $8. Oh, I might have to get that from my mom because my mom and my dad share Red Bulls. Although I told them if they're going to buy that, wouldn't it be cheaper if you just go to the, because we have Sam's Club memberships. Wouldn't it just be better if you just go to Sam's Club and buy it?
Yeah.
You know?
Well, again, do they like the different flavors or do they like the original Red Bull?
They just do the original ones. But I think it's like the smaller can size for the regular. I don't know.
Yeah. So I do the same thing because I have a Sam's Club that's right here by my house as well. And I also like to drink the Monsters, but I get the white can one. So it's the 0 sugar and all that. And I get that for the case, and you get it for about $1. I would say $1.75 a can. Mm-hmm. Like if it broken down off of that case. Yeah, you're paying $44 up front or whatever. But let me tell you, it saves you so much in the long run. It's ridiculous.
Libre, I just got a block notice because we played that video.
Oh no, you didn't.
On Facebook.
Oh.
So they blocked my live. But it's okay. Nobody's watching my live on my Facebook anyway. So they did us a favor.
That's funny.
Hey, that's just Facebook for you. It's crazy. The thing that's before we head on out of here, there's certain songs that I upload from my TikTok, if you follow me, that on Facebook won't play, but on Instagram, no problem.
Which is weird, and they're the same. They're both meta.
They're both meta. So how is it that Instagram I can play the full song, no issue, regardless of where it's playing in the freaking world, but Facebook, oh, you can't play it here, you can't play it there, you can't play it there. Zuckerberg, what the hell are you doing, bro?
Exactly. Come on, Zuckerberg.
But ladies and gentlemen, that's going to do it for Broncos Talk Overtime. Libre and I would like to say thank you to all of the people that were here in our chat. The Boss Ma, High Viking, Cody Chepas, Juan Marquez, Tim Dog, Shy Vargas, thanks for stopping by.
Arcadia.
Tim's kids. Yeah.
Arcadia, and then
Mary with drinks. Thank you guys so much for being here with us. Jay, the Dream Weaver. I know I saw you in here earlier, bro. And DBL for life as well. And thank you guys in our TikTok audience, if anybody's still here on my side anyway, for tuning in. If you guys enjoyed the content, please make sure you hit that follow button. Your support is greatly appreciated. And for everybody else, we would like to ask you to please subscribe, share, comment, and like on this and all the other videos you see of Broncos Talk here on the Orange and Blue Network. And if you're all caught up, then please feel free to check us out. We have something for everybody on this network. Plenty of Broncos content to last you years, I want to say. So, but thank you guys. Your support is greatly appreciated. Audio listeners, regardless of what platform you're listening us to, please, if you would like to screenshot your review, 5 stars are greatly appreciated. Again, if you want to screenshot, you can send it to our socials there at the bottom, and we will gladly read it out and give you a personal thank you from me, Libre, here live on the show. Our Twitter handles are right there at the bottom. Mine is at a 6'10" Mexican. Bronco Libre is at Bronco Libre 5280. We want to give out a quick shout out to our sponsors of today's show, which was Dubby. If you use the code OBN10, you get 10% off your final order at checkout. Again, that code is OBN10 to get your final 10% off your order at checkout. Shout out to Dubby for being a continued sponsor of this and all the shows here on the Orange and Blue Network. Also, shout out to Lily's Beauty Salon, located at 11776 Kearney Way in Thornton, Colorado, area code 80233. Business hours, Monday through Tuesdays, are closed, but Wednesdays through Saturdays, 9:30 a.m. to 7:30 p.m. Sundays, 9:30 a.m. to 5. You can contact Lily at 720-210-7996. Please keep in mind that it's all appointments only, so please call ahead. Shout out to Lily's also for being a sponsor of this and all the shows here on the Orange and Blue Networks. Also, ladies and gentlemen, we want to remind you about the giveaway alert. If you haven't heard us talk about it yet throughout the show, when Orange and Blue Network reaches 1,000 subs on YouTube, the guys are going to give away a signed Nick Bonito mini helmet. And all you have to do to win is be a subscriber to the Orange and Blue Network and have your page public. So that way they can notify you if you're the one that is chosen as the winner. Again, when we reach 1,000 subs on YouTube, going to be giving a mini Nick Bonito signed helmet on YouTube to our subscribers. Please make sure your page is public. Otherwise, Bronco Libre is going to take it.
It's all mine.
All right. So with that, ladies and gentlemen, we are going to head on out of here. Ladies and gentlemen, it has been our pleasure entertaining you guys tonight. We will be back next week, same Bronco time, same Bronco channel. So hopefully you're able to join us once again. He's Bronco Libre, whichever direction he's facing. I'm Adan Diaz. I'm Adan Diaz. This has been Broncos Talk here on the Orange and Blue Network. We say goodbye, so long, and as always, go Broncos!
Go Broncos! Let's go!
Let's go!